What is going on, guys? Gamers Goon here today. We are doing a playoff, round one only right now, predictions for the NBA playoffs coming on up. We'll try to keep up with it as the playoffs keep going further and further down the line. But had to wait till the games ended tonight. My Bulls obviously couldn't get the job done. There will be a Bulls video coming out tomorrow. That video, I'm going to be doing a lot of work here in the next couple hours because I gotta. I'm leaving back to Illinois tomorrow in about 8 hours. I have to hop on a plane to head on back. So obviously we're filming this video that you're watching right now, and then we're also going to be filming that Bulls video. I'm going to be editing the Bulls video. That's going to be a little bit different than the kind of video you're watching right now. This video is not edited in terms of like anything. It's pretty much just a straight up shot for the playoffs. But we are starting it off bright and early. I'm kind of glad here that this game starts at noon because my connecting flight does not connect until about 1. It starts 10 my time. This game starts 10 my time, but I will be landing on my connecting flight, so I will have about an hour to watch this game. Hopefully, I'll be able to watch some of it on the plane as I get to Illinois. But Magic Cavs should be a very good series. I think this is going to be one of those series that either team could win. I'm really looking forward to this one. One win separated these teams this year. I mean, obviously, if you're looking at the Magic, their guys obviously being Paolo, Franz Wagner. We even saw it this year with Jalen Suggs taking kind of a step up. I mean, we know what Cole Anthony and Wendell Carter can provide. So I mean, this Magic team is fun to watch. I mean, their songs real catchy. Orlando Magic, Orlando Magic. Yeah, it's a fun young team. It's a team that I think. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna have great success in the playoffs because they are such a young team. But this is a team that in like 3 4 years, I think they could be legit. Not like oh they're a playoff team legit, but like oh these guys could make a deep run in the East. They can make maybe even the Eastern Conference Finals, maybe even make the finals. I think the Magic are going to be a very special team in the next few years. I love a lot of their building blocks that they have, and then you look at the Cavs. The Cavs also very interesting team with Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell. Obviously, you got the two superstars. Max Strus can light it up if he gets going. Then you got Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, those two guys. I mean, they're a deep team. Karis LeVert's there, Georges Niang. I mean, they're a team that they can give you some problems. They can give you some problems. So we'll see what ultimately comes. Who comes out of this? But if it's up to me, I think this does if there's a series that does go 7 games in the first round, it's got to be the Magic and Cavs. It makes the most sense for it to be them. Um, and ultimately, I think experience wins out here. I got to go with the Cavs. I mean, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, just a little bit too much veteran experience there to combat the kind of the very young Magic team that a lot of their players haven't been in this spot before. So I will say that they do take them to 7, but I will ultimately go with the Cavs in 7 for the first prediction of this video. Then we get to the Suns and Timberwolves. This one is very interesting if you ask me, because I personally am not a huge fan of either of these teams, or not either of these teams, but I'm not a fan of this matchup. I'm not a fan of this matchup per se. Timberwolves, I think, are kind of similar to when you look at. I mean, they are a more advanced version in a sense of the Magic, but I think maybe what you're looking at here with the Timberwolves is kind of a lack of playoff success, kind of. Rudy Gobert, Cat. I mean, obviously, Ant Edwards, the best player on their team. Anthony Edwards, very good player there. Suns, they got some playoff success. I mean, they've had a finals run. They know what it takes. Kevin Durant being there, obviously. I mean, you got Bradley Beal being there. You got Devin Booker. It hasn't worked out necessarily. This is a match that I think. I mean, yes, it's a 6v3, but I think this match could be like a Western Conference Finals match. I'm not in love with this match here. I don't really like it because I think this is a match that you could see later. But The Suns team, man, they're really hit or miss. They're really hit or miss. They got three guys that can light the scoreboard up. They can go for 30 on any given night. I mean, I think that, yeah, Brad Beal's the one kind of taking the third string role. He's still averaging 18 points. Pretty good. Pretty good. Between D Book and KD, they're averaging 54 between those two. If all three of those guys are going, Suns could be dangerous. Suns could be dangerous. But here with the Suns, it's just what other production do you get? Who gives you the production? Grayson Allen's been solid lately. Who else can you get going? I gotta go with the Timberwolves in this one. I just there's not enough consistency with the Suns for me to wanna kind of gamble and take them here for the upset. I could see it. I think the Suns are a good team. I mean, obviously they could win this series because they have those three stars on their team. But ultimately, I'm going to go with the Timberwolves. Timberwolves. I don't know if I'm going to have them make a long run or a deep run because I'm not really super confident in their ability to do so. But this Suns matchup, I think you got to give the Timberwolves the advantage. I mean, the Timberwolves had a great year, 56 wins, very good for them. Lakers versus Nuggets. Talk about a matchup I don't like at all. I don't even know if this warrants talking about. The Lakers, man, they are not even a fun team to watch. I mean, you might like them, you might love them. I don't know. It's just gonna be the LeBron and AD show. Maybe an Austin Reeves, couple threes. Maybe he goes for 15, 20. Outside of that, man, this Los Angeles team it's a tough watch. I'm not a big fan of watching them. I mean, you look at their Pelicans game. It was a game that D'Angelo Russell dropped 21. He's somebody that has shown he can do it in the playoffs, but this team's just not a fun watch. I mean, Rui's playing for him, like he's starting for him. Torian Prince is getting 20 plus minutes. Gabe Vince is playing a lot, and outside of that, there's really nobody. That's how deep their team is. Like they have a couple good role players around there, but they're not a deep team. They're outside. They're really top heavy. They just feel like there's not much going on there. Where you look at the Nuggets, they're the complete opposite, man. The complete opposite. Jokic, beast. I don't know who on the Lake. I don't think AD can stop Jokic. He can't. For a series, I don't think Jokic is getting stopped by AD. Jamal Murray, he can light it up. Michael Porter, he can light it up. Aaron Gordon can light it up. Reggie Jackson has some moments. KCP, somebody that's had moments for the Lakers in the playoffs. Christian Brown, another guy that's been very solid for the Nuggets. Peyton Watson, a guy that's coming on. I mean, they're a deep team. I don't see the Lakers making this a series. I'm gonna go with a 4-0. Did I say what I think the Suns Timberwolves? We'll give them 6 games. I might have said a different number, but we'll give the Timberwolves in 6. But the Nuggets, I got them in 4. I got them in 4. Yeah, man, nah, I'll give LeBron 1 game. LeBron's gonna get 1 game. I'll give him in 5. But the Nuggets, they're winning that series. I'd be shocked. I'd be absolutely shocked if the Nuggets happen to lose. I gotta go with the Nuggets there. I just got to. I'll give LeBron 1 game because he's LeBron James, one of the greatest players that ever do it. I'll give him 1 game, but I can't give him any more than that. We're going with the Nuggets in 5. Sixers versus the Knicks. This should be a fun matchup. This is going to be played in New York. I love the New York atmosphere when it comes to playoff games. Obviously, we got the Trae Young moments. I mean, the Knicks fans, they let you have it. Madison Square Garden, the lights have never been brighter. Joel Embiid, obviously back from injury now, should be fun. 76ers, Tyrese Maxey, you're going to have to go out there and have a big game. Tobias Harris, you're going to have to go out there and have a big game because they're going to lay into you. That crowd's going to be into it. It's going to be rocking up in Madison Square Garden. I can't wait to watch this game. I think it's going to be a very, very fun game. Ultimately, I got to go with the Knicks. First playoff game of the year in New York. That place is going to be rocking. Do I think that the Sixers have a chance to win the series? Yeah. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going with the Knicks to win the game. I'm actually going to take the 76ers to pull the upset off over the series, though. You might be like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? The Knicks are one of the best teams in basketball right now. I know. But who on the Knicks? I mean, let's take a little gander at their roster here. Julius Randle, he is not stopping Joel Embiid. OG Anunoby is not stopping Joel Embiid. Josh Hart is not stopping Joel Embiid. Isaiah Hartenstein is not stopping Joel Embiid. Precious Achiuwa, not stopping him. Mitchell Robinson, not stopping him. Any of their big men or their defensive matchups, they're not hanging with Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid's gonna let it. He's gonna hear it tomorrow. He's gonna hear it when they're playing at New York. But I think they gotta steal a game or two from New York, and they're gonna take it while they're home. I just don't see if Joel Embiid is healthy. If he's healthy, this New York Knicks team, I know you're the second seed, but this ain't the matchup you wanted. You much rather have a Jimmy Butler less Miami Heat. You much rather have somebody else. This ain't the team you wanted to run into. You don't want to run into a team just getting back Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid he's going to dominate this series. He's going to dominate this series. I fully believe that. I'm going to go with, you know what? I'll give the Sixers in 6. I'll go with the Sixers in 6. They won't let it be brought back for the game 7 in New York. I'm going to have to go with them, man. I think they got a really good chance. I think you steal a game or two in New York and you're in some business. So we're gonna go with Philly there to get the job done. Then we get Mavs versus Clippers. This is a fun matchup. We always see it. It feels like Luka, kind of the bane of the Clippers' existence, but the Clippers kind of get got a little bit of an upper hand over the Mavericks. I mean, it's been a back and forth kind of rivalry between these two teams. Always a fun matchup. It feels like Luka always has the best game against the Clippers, but the Clippers always give the Mavs a good shot, and it's just whether or not the supporting cast of Luka is enough. I mean, it's always fun watching these two teams go at it. I mean, this is going to be a fun Clippers team. They got James Harden, obviously. I mean, you look at the Clippers; they are 4th in the West, but not even just that. They got Kawhi, Paul George, James Harden. Those 3 right there, they got their own big 3. Norman Powell having a solid season. Zubac, Russell Westbrook. What can Terrence Mann do for him? I mean, they're a deep team too. The Clippers, they're not a bad team. I mean, this is gonna be fun. Kyrie for the Mavs, Luka, obviously. I mean, this is gonna be a fun matchup. At the end of the day, this is gonna be fun. Oh, this is a tough one for me to predict, man. I'm gonna give it to the Clippers. I'm gonna give it to the. You know what? No, I'm going back on what I just said. I'm giving it to the Mavs. I'm giving it to Luka Doncic. I'm going to give Luka Doncic in 7 to the Clippers. I think this is going to be a great series right here. We're going to go 7 to the Mavs. Pacers Bucks. I'm not in love with this series. I'm not. This is one that I feel like can get out of hand. The Bucks, I know they haven't been anything special. But I think they have a good chance. Giannis, he's doubtful to start the series, but once he comes back to that series, I don't know if they have an answer. Lillard, he's also been on the injury report. He's a game time decision. So maybe it is a little bit of a series. But how long? I think maybe the Pacers win 1 or 2 games, and then Dame and Giannis are like, you know what, we're just going to play through it. I think once you get to that moment where Giannis and Damian Lillard start playing, I don't think you beat them. I think Giannis is going to be impossible to stop if you're the Pacers. I know the Pacers have had a solid season, but I don't see Giannis being stopped. I think motivated Giannis, it's over. It's over. I think the Pacers will win some games with Giannis and potentially Dame being out, but Bucks once those 2 guys are fully healthy or even half healthy and enough to play, I see it getting out of hand. I see this could be. I don't want to go out and make bold predictions here, but this could be one of those ones where the Pacers they start off, they have like a 2-0 lead and they end up losing 4-2. I'm gonna go with 6. For the Bucks. I think Giannis and Damian Lillard are gonna get it going in the playoffs. Pelicans and Thunder. Pelicans just won. Congratulations to them. Thunder, very fun team this season. Very, very young team. I mean, Lou Dort, Josh Giddey, Shea, Kassan Wallace, J-Dub, Jalen Williams. I mean, obviously, Chet playing this season. Um, Fun team. Do they have the playoff experience? No. Shea has some playoff experience. Is the rest of the team? No. I mean, this Pelicans team, man. I think they. I know they're the eighth seed. I know that they are the eighth seed. I understand it, but I think that somebody could do it. Zion, if he gets healthy, could be the guy. I mean, if there's no Zion chance of returning, then it ain't happening. But Zion hamstring out 2 weeks, so it kind of puts him towards the end. If Zion can come back, last maybe 2 games of the series, gives the Pelicans a chance. Gives them a chance. But ultimately, I think I gotta go with the Thunder. Without guaranteeing that Zion's playing in this series, even if he can make it into this series, I still think the Pelicans can pull a game or two off them. I'm gonna go with the Thunder in 6. But without guaranteeing that Zion can come and get into the series, I can't pick the Pelicans. But I do think the Pelicans are gonna make things interesting. I really like their team. Brandon Ingram looked great tonight. Looked like he was finally getting back into rhythm. So it should be a fun matchup there. But the Pelicans, if they're healthy, if they can get Zion to play in this series, I think we might be sitting here looking at an 8-1 upset. Then we get the Heat versus Celtics, the other 8-1 in the grouping. Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is not going to be playing. Obviously, they didn't get impacted by that against the Bulls. They still beat us by 20. And the part that's concerning here is they say just several weeks. Several weeks is the timeline. And you're going to need huge performance. I mean, there's no Jimmy Butler to fall back on. I don't think Jimmy Butler makes it in this series. If he does, I'd be shocked. He kind of doesn't have that Zion 2, maybe 2 weeks time span that maybe he can get there by game 6, 7. Jimmy Butler just says several weeks out. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to get to the Celtics if you don't have. It's gonna be tough to even win a game off the Celtics if you don't have Jimmy Butler. You're gonna need Tyler Hero to step up more than he's ever had. You're gonna need Bam Adebayo to step up more than he's ever had. You're gonna need Jaime Jaquez, a rookie, to step up more than he ever has. I mean, it's gonna be asking a lot out of guys that. I mean, for example, Jaime Jaquez. I mean, even like Hayward Highsmith, who gets a lot of minutes. You're gonna need a lot from those kind of guys that haven't been in this situation before. And it's nothing against them. It's just you're playing the best team in basketball right now. You're playing the best team in basketball right now in the playoffs. You're gonna need not just a performance of like, oh, that was a great performance from you. You're gonna need like a performance of a lifetime without your star. And I don't think they even get one of those. I don't think the Heat can pull off a game against the Celtics. The Celtics are firing on all cylinders. I don't know who can stop them. I think the Celtics are probably going to be my favorites to win it all. To win it all. Not just this series, to win it all. The Celtics, I think they beat the Heat. I think they sweep the Heat. I would love to sit here and tell you Spoelstra will get 1 or 2 games because I really do love Spoelstra as a coach. But unfortunately, I don't think it's happening. The Celtics are just way too much to handle. Miami just not enough firepower. Obviously, injuries kind of costed them their season a little bit. It's just not ideal if you're the Heat. This ain't the matchup you want. This ain't the team that you want going into it. You don't want to have all the injuries that you have. You don't want your star player being hurt. And you're going to be putting a lot on the shoulders of Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, and Jaime Jaquez. I mean, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. So I got to go with the Celtics. I'm not going to disrespect the Heat and act like they don't have a chance. But you got to know that the Celtics they're firing on all cylinders, and the Heat, they're going to have to have a performance of a lifetime to beat them. So that will conclude the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all will be seeing this video before I leave on my flight, but you will not be seeing my Bowls season wrap-up video before I fly my flight. I will be doing that one and editing that one while I am on the plane. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.